Hi, good morning, Michelle Ramon. Like, share, and subscribe when you get a chance. The topic today is going to be mainly on self love and also people that don't want to share the spotlight. You know, there's people that, you know, they love you and all that, or they might be family, they might be friends, but they don't want to share the spotlight. They don't want to hear what your dreams or your goals are. And, they think it's pointless to pretty much support you because they just basically don't care about your dreams or your goals. And you have to love yourself enough to push a lot of hate to the side because sometimes we have secret haters that we don't know about, and it could be in your own family, but you just have to. It's not really, you don't really know where the hatred's coming from. Like, you just want them to level up and be a bigger person and support you and maybe say something encouraging to you, like, good job, or like, just support your dreams or your goals along with, how you feel about yourself. Like, if you believe in yourself, that's all that matters. But you do want some support, otherwise you're going to feel like you're the only one that really supports yourself. And a lot of times that's how it is. So we have secret haters, and we have like people that don't have self love. And even if you don't have self love, they're still envious of you because you want the best for your friends, and you would support them, so you have a quality that they will never have. And that's why they don't support you, because you would gladly support them and you would be happy for them, but secretly they're not happy for you, and they're never going to be happy for you because they don't know how to have true self-love for their self. Like, if they did love their self, then they would more or less not really worry about what you're doing or care about what you're doing, and then they would support you too. They would be like, oh, that's good, because they have their own things going on, and they don't really care, if you want to dream big or bigger than them. They're not secret haters. They're, like me, I've never been a secret hater. I've never really been jealous of anybody. I've been just like neutral, like trying to be a good friend to people who are good friends to me, and try to be in support of people that need support, whether they're children, adults. You just, you're only one of a kind. So a lot of times you get like haters that are just, they'll never have that quality about them. So don't even worry about that. Just keep moving. We could come from, narcissist backgrounds of people that are abusive, or, just unkind. We could come from that type of background, and it could still make you into who you are, a better person. You know, um, you don't know what's going to make you who you are. You don't know what's going to trigger you to be better than somebody else as far as your personality or your skills. You could be weak in one area but strong in another. So, never knock anybody down if they're not good at math. Or my disability is a math disability, and I don't like reading maps and stuff. So, I mean, we all have issues with education. Like, we're not all smart. We're not all at one thing. Like, we might be smart at one thing, but we might be stupid at something else. And my mother-in-law, God rest her soul, she was a beautiful person. Sally Ochart is her maiden name. And she used to say, there's doctors that have no common sense. They're really smart, they went to school and all that, but they have no common sense. So if you have common sense, like, you could put two and two together, and you could even figure out, how people operate, and, that they're secretly, hating on you, or they're secretly trying to bring you down emotionally because they feel a certain type of way. Did my makeup crazy today. Just, I guess I didn't see what I was doing. So, like, it's a makeup tutorial. I'm just kidding. So, yeah, I'm just saying, like, just don't even let that bother you. That people are secretly hating on you or trying to make you feel misery just because they're feeling misery, or they don't have the respect that you have, so they want to make you feel like you're not a respectable person when you really are. You don't have to worry about people like that, because there are people that do respect you. Just because one person disrespects you and doesn't treat you like you're a special person, you don't have to worry about that, because inside that whatever their issue is, that's their issue. It has nothing to do with you. So don't let it get you down. Don't let it waste your time and putting yourself down or making yourself feel like you're not worthy of the respect that you have. You have people that respect you, and maybe they don't, and so they're trying to make you feel like crap because they feel like crap. So don't even I don't even waste my time. It's like it's like haters gonna hate, just hate on. People hate on me because I look young, and I act like I'm 17. I have a silly personality, and no nobody's gonna have the same personality as someone else. But it's nice when you find friends that you click with, like Jazzy Red Bars. She's one of my favorite supporters because she loves my YouTube channel. She says I make her laugh so hard. But no makeup, putting on the Ritz. Put too much Ritz. And you, Jude, with saying I have clown makeup. Yes, it is. It's beautiful. I'm a beautiful clown. No, these are my friends. They're just, they love me, but I do wear I like brighter colors, and my daughter likes more natural earth tones like this, and people say I look better in those, but I like pinks and purples. It makes me feel good because those are the colors I like. So not to say it looks like a clown. They're just joking. I mean, my friends joke with me, but it's not nothing like. It's not like, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about like people that'll go behind your back and like try to talk to your friends. Like to secretly hate on you. I had a girlfriend like that, and I never knew that she was always jealous of me or whatever, because like, why would you secretly gossip about somebody, about their features? Like, she used to say, oh, she has a big nose and blah blah blah. And then when I confronted her about it, she was like, oh no, your nose fits your face, and all this stuff. But my friend Terrence had told me that she had been secretly gossiping about me when I was just trying to help her meet someone nice, and I had set her up with him. But she was secretly talking to my fiance and saying the same stuff she told him. And I was like, what did she tell you? Because she's going around saying that, to like my fiance, and he just doesn't have common sense, like to weed out the bad people. And he did tell me one time that, he doesn't like her personality. And I was like, well, thanks, but you still went along with her little charade. He was going along with it, just with the haterade, and then some people do that, they go along with the haterade, and it's like they try to turn on you because they're like gullible, or they're believing stuff that somebody said about you. And it's like, well, I'm trying to get comfortable. Sorry about that. I've had like a neck ache for like 2 days. My neck has been like, I had to just lay down. I was supposed to go to the gym yesterday, and I had to like just lay down all day because it was like a pain coming from here and going to my back, like And I was just carrying too many bags around to go to work. I was in a hurry sometimes. It was just, I was living too far away from my job, and then I would have to like literally grab my bags and carry them and have to get dressed at work and all this stuff. So yeah, it was real. But I just wanted to encourage someone today that we're all going to have haters because God made us unique, and we're all going to have haters no matter what. You know, like some people think that because they're jealous of you that you're jealous of them. And it's like, no, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, you know, or some people want to make you jealous on purpose. Like they want to, like, you know, just compete or whatever. Because that's what girls do. They compete against each other. But it's like, I never did. I'm not in it to compete. I mostly just want to show that I'm having self love for myself so that other people would feel that way. And just, you know, to feel that they don't have to compete with nobody else because they're unique in their own way. And it doesn't, it should reflect on them. You should be happy for people, or, you know, support of whatever they do. Like today, I'm thinking of doing a Freestyle Friday. But if I don't have time, at least I got this video out. But maybe I'll sit down and write some rhyme raps, and I'll do like a Freestyle Friday for you guys. But my YouTube channel doesn't allow people to comment, and so I've been trying to fix that. And it's like, ever since I got brutalized in Santa Clara County, I've had PTSD really bad, and I found out how bad PTSD is. It's like brain damage. You know, it's like, oh, I got brain damage now. So it's been really rough. Like it's affected my technology skills. I used to be really, really good at computers and stuff. And I still am, but not, I don't want to do it. I'm like stuck where I don't want to, I feel like debilitated I feel like they gravely disabled me and my daughter, Desiree. And I'm really proud of Dia for not getting as affected by it, but they did more stuff to Desiree than they did to Dia. They were trying to put a harness on my daughter, saying she was out of control. They were trying to build a phony case on me to collect disability checks, and I'm trying to go to the news and make it go viral. So I will do the story. It's been 8 years of hell trying to find a lawyer, and also just crying and beating myself up for just trying to be a better parent. I was just trying to be a better parent and take a parenting class, and then they violated mine and my daughter's civil rights. And she had an IEP, which is a specialized educational plan, and I got totally brutalized, and my family didn't believe me, and there was no evidence of abuse or neglect, so they still don't have no jurisdiction, and they robbed us of our money. So that's the ulterior motive that they have, and they injured my daughter behind it. They were forcing meds on her. So what I want to do is, you know, get this out there too, that there's, you know, really malicious and evil people in the world, and, you know, they're basically created by the devil. You know, that's why God said he made the wicked for the day of evil, and they're very wicked people, and they will get dealt with by God. But for the most part, my goal is to have them federally indicted for doing conspiracy to defraud the federal government plus committing state fraud. And the police are not upholding the law to it. So, you know, I'm going to keep on sharing and posting and getting awareness out there about, you know, these evil, malicious people that are envious of other people, or envious of their blessings or their spiritual gifts or whatever they have. And, you know, CPS will pay for what they did, but, you know, just like it says, you know, let God deal with them. But I'm just not going to give up on seeking justice for me and my children. So I will keep seeking justice for my daughters for what they went through. And Dia came in crying one day about, you know, what if Rocky's dead by the time they give him back? Because they didn't want to give him back because they're robbing our finances, and they stole like over 10 grand of back pay that belongs to me and my children. And I had big plans for them, to put them in dance and music classes. And when they tried to put them in these classes, they were so emotionally distraught that they were like, you know, they couldn't do it. and they didn't have their mother there. And so it was a really big tragedy for me and my daughters. And so we're still seeking justice. So hopefully the news will get my story. I'm going to have my pastor take me to 2 news stations, and we're going to get this to go viral. And then I should be able to pick up a good lawyer to federally sue them, and then the FBI is going to take another look at it and hopefully federally indict them because they did conspiracy, and they were conspiring with the school workers to help them in apprehending my kids so that they could pocket a bunch of money, because they get money to put your kid in a hospital bed. I did a whole investigation on this county. Come to find out that therapy offices were doing it it's basically like coercion. When they coerce you, the school worker had me sign something that I wanted a higher level of care. They get other people to do their dirty work, but it's evil. Like, it's coercion. They're doing criminal acts against the public, and it's called public corruption. So it does have to go viral eventually. And if my brother also helps me with some media contacts, which I'm asking him for, but it's gonna get out there. So they're very evil people. It's just like, if you tell a woman that you're getting $2,400 a month, of course she's going to hate you because she goes to work every day. She doesn't get that free government money that we were getting, but my kids were entitled to the money because their pediatrician had referred them for me to go take them to Child Find and get examined, and one of them was medically disabled, and they said keep her in therapy, and the other one was already disabled and more severely disabled. But they tried to get in my business and do invasion of privacy, and they're doing money laundering right now, which is committing crimes to obtain money. And it's a lot of things they did, conspiracy and racketeering, getting a group of people to team up on me, which is terrorizing a U.S. citizen. So with that being said, they will go down, and hopefully they will. I'm a trained daycare worker. They didn't tell the judge how many daycare centers I've worked in, how trained I am. None of that. So they are definitely going to get put on blast. Hey, I know my face is chunky. I just got to work on my weight, which is hard, because when I work out, it's like you have to really sweat. And my friend told me, you should go in the steam room and sauna. And I was like, yes. So I think I'm going to do that today. I'm going to have a me day, and every day I piss off the enemy, and he tries to war against me, like get my spirit to shake. But he can't stop the blessings that God has for me, and he can't stop when justice prevails against these evildoers that are, serving Satan instead of, being good people. And they will go down. The judge, they know that it was all crooked. They knew it was a scam, and that's why they got me in a room, and they're like, oh, do you feel that everybody's against you and all that? So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if you say, yeah, they're against me and they're doing all this, then they're going to try to say you're crazy. So so that later they could use that against you too, to say, oh, well, she said she didn't feel anybody was against her, and now she feels that way, so. But yeah, no, they were brutalizing me and my kids, and so they'll get found out. But thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing my video. And just have self-love no matter what people do to you. They basically tried to nail me to a cross for volunteering to take a parenting class and be a better parent, which violated the ADA law because they didn't let me take the classes that I volunteered for. And I have the same rights as anyone else to take the classes, because just because I'm disabled doesn't mean that I can't take the voluntary classes I volunteered for. Then they lied to the police and said I was under an investigation when I was never under investigation. And the police have the evidence that my kids were fully inspected and their shots were up to date. And they had a private pediatrician that verified I don't neglect or abuse my kids. And they tried to make my kids vitamin D deficient when they were in the care of CPS. I hate my face when it looks fat. So they tried to say they were vitamin D deficient, and they weren't, because I give my kids plenty of milk and vitamins and all that. And the doctor had just fully examined them. So that's how you know they're lying. And they lied about, they said that I was at risk for being homeless when I had a 2-year contract to live where I was living. And I had paid my rent for 6 months already when they kidnapped them. So that's basically slander and libeling someone's name and giving them a bad reputation, which they could always be sued on that. And they think I'm just going to let it go. It's like, no. I don't care if I have to live in the law library and go to Westlaw, you know, find other cases similar to this and sue the piss and brains and guts out of them, because I will. But I was emotionally damaged for like years. I was suffering, and me and Dia had the same, you know, mental emotional anguish where we cried morning to night. And they should never do that to children, and they need to go down. I just have to get an application from the Victim of Crime Compensation Government Claim Board and reopen up my case and get that going. That my daughter was recently in a suicidal hospital, and they still get paid behind all this. So how would you feel if someone's getting paid behind injuring your child? You know, and then they're robbing you every month. They were getting 400 out of me because they knew I was a gold mine, and then they were stealing the kids' checks, and they were getting their double grants. Then they were getting hospital grants. So when you injure a kid on purpose, it becomes a higher crime, but the police are not investigating it. So they're liable for the damages right now of me and my children. So I hope you know that, Gilroy Police and Santa Clara County Sheriffs who yelled at me and chased my kids with sheriffs in front of me. And I have witnesses that saw me crying at a church group after they did that. That's emotionally damaging someone, and also intimidation. So, and obstruction of justice, which it says on the internet, Santa Clara County covers up for government thieves, and they commit obstruction of justice and they harass people. So there you go. Okay, I'm going to sign off because I'm going to just go on and on about what they did to me. And they really did a lot. It's just too long of a story. And it would be a whole movie, and it would be a best-selling book and a movie, you know, once it gets done. It's like the story of Michelle Ramon and Child Protective Services, and they would go down. You know, they are going to go down. I'm going to make sure of it. So I didn't take criminal justice for nothing. And I'm not going to go back to school for that for nothing. So I will fry their asses someday. Excuse my language. Forgive me, Jesus. Lord, you said in your word, vengeance belongs to you, so let's go. I'm just going to help it out a little bit. Okay, have a blessed day. Thank you. Michelle Ramon. Like, share, and subscribe.